Hello Clash fans, Trample Damage coming at you today with this crazy spam army that is just 8 Meteor Golems and an Apprentice Warden. You will note there are some interesting pieces of equipment that I have here, including the Heroic Torch for the Grand Warden and the Frost Flakes for the Royal Champion. Not all of this is necessary. I've tried this with a couple of different army compositions and a couple of different sets of equipment. It generally works fine. You can swap the Heroic Torch for the Eternal Tome. You can swap the Frost Flakes for a lot of the Royal Champion equipment. It doesn't make a huge difference, but I love an early Frost Flake. So I know this just looks like total spam, and it really is. I just, in the course of, let me go here. I made 10 attacks so far, all just back to back, and I'm perfect in Electro 32. So it is with the Expert modifier. So the first modifier that we run into. And I just went through, this was 15 minutes ago. So starting, here we go. So 39 minutes ago, I made my first attack and basically just made 10 of them back to back, all triples, all very easy. I'm just going to run you through the general gist of how I wind up making the attack. So in any of these bases, I am trying to use the Archer Queen on one corner to use a giant arrow, usually for something like this with an invisibility spell tower in the core, and then a king on the other side, and I'm immediately using his ability, and it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to remove buildings so that I can create funneling, and then I'm going to spam the Meteor Golems in there. So I normally will start with the Archer Queen. I'm going to show you my entrance on these attacks really quick, and then kind of just walk through how we use the 9 totem spells, 2 earthquakes, and the 3 freezes. One of the things I will note, if you happen to be able to get the spell towers with your giant arrow, you can drop both of those earthquake spells on them and it will destroy them. But the main thing is to trigger the invisibility tower with your giant arrow. So now you can see already there's a nice bit of a funnel already starting here where the Meteor Golems are going to want to head to the core. Barbarian King on this side, immediately triggering his ability. Same thing. I'm not going to worry about troops running around the outside. Now, what you'll note is I literally start the attack by just dropping in those 8 Meteor Golems. I usually do 4 at a time. It's like 4 and 4, and then Bog Launcher, Royal Champion, Grand Warden, and I trigger the Royal Champion's ability right away. Frost Flakes on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and where's my 7th defense? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is. Air defense, useless, and Hero Bell, useless. But these other 5 defenses are not going to be doing anything in the beginning of the attack. I am using 1 Earthquake spell up here just to deal the 29% damage to the buildings. Softening stuff up is so valuable. And the other one down here to soften up these buildings as well. Then I start with 3 totem spells. And because this attack works almost like a cavalry charge, I'm just pushing right across the map. We've got totem spell, totem spell, totem spell. I'm going to back up here and let you just see what's happening. Everything is pushing toward the core. Poison spell, obviously, for anything that's in the clan castle that we need to poison. Once the ice golems are down, and I love approaching this from the clan castle side, I can then freely use the Grand Warden's Heroic Torch, and it's just going to keep pushing things a little bit more quickly through the base. You can see now my second set, and I normally deploy them in 3s. My second set, totem spell. There's a totem spell in here. There it is. It's coming down. Oh, that's a free spell that's coming down. There's a totem. There's totem here. Oh, there it is. Totem right there. So totem, totem, totem. Same thing. It's like 3 totems. 3 totems, and now because the freeze value with how densely packed these cores are, I love a freeze spell because it takes so much damage offline during that period, allowing the totems to stay alive a little bit longer instead of vaporizing within seconds. Now we've got a nice path in toward the core, triggering the Grand Warden's Heroic Torch. I am also using the Healing Tome. I've used this with the Rage Gem. I've also used this with the Eternal Tome. A lot of different opportunities, but I'm having fun with the Heroic Torch, and it's about to get a buff, so that's an even better opportunity. So I used the other 2, where are my other totem spells? My other totem spells, there's one here, and there's one, where's the other one? I thought I put one over here too. So I'm basically just dropping a line of totem spells across. Meteor Golems are jumping through. Final free spell. I'm going for lots of densely packed value with the free spells and just letting them go to town. That's pretty much it. The attack mechanics, I love it for Electro 32, I love it for Electro 33 because the attack moves so quickly, I can just make them sort of back to back. We'll go ahead and show you a couple of these other attacks that we made here. This one, centrally located town hall, also with an invisibility spell tower. I like to come in behind the scatter shots if possible, so we got Archer Queen across the middle triggering the invisibility spell, Barbarian King triggering, and I don't even care, look, all he got with that spiky ball was just trash on the outside, but it's going to push the Meteor Golems into a nice tight funnel. Log Launcher coming in, Grand Warden, Royal Champion. On this one, because I think somebody came into my office, I did not use the Frost Flakes right away, but normally I would have used the Frost Flakes right away. It would have been able to freeze up some of these other defenses, but you'll notice I got a totem in there, a totem in there for the long shot. I got a totem over here, totem down here. My second set of totems are coming in, and again, it's just like 3 and then 3, and then I kind of save the last 2 along with the freeze spells. This one here, everybody just plows through the core, no problem. Use the Warden's Heroic Torch a little bit earlier. Freeze, I did the Frost Flakes in there toward the end. But this attack is working to where in almost every instance there are a lot of troops left over. I used the exact same attack last week in Electro 33 with my Rochester account. Was it my Rochester account? Yeah, it was my Rochester account. No, it was in Electro 32 with one of my other accounts, and I had 28 out of 30 triples in that. So let's see what we did to pulp here. This one went super fast. I didn't really know how I wanted to approach this. I prefer to come in behind the fire spitters if I can, but I decided that I was just going to sort of create as tight a funnel as I could, so I opted for Queen up here. I was thinking this one went really fast. There we go. Queen across. Barbarian King over here, trigger his ability right away, trigger the Queen's ability right away, spammed on my Meteor Golems, immediately use the Frost Flakes, and we've got some of those defenses already offline for that 7-second period where they are dealing no damage whatsoever. Then, of course, a couple of totem spells come in, and I am going to wind up using my Grand Warden's Heroic Torch here because the Clan Castle troops are going to be handled. There were no Ice Golems. I was like, yeah, no Ice Golems in there. Heroic Torch, more totem spells, freeze spells. I love the Log Launcher because it can also help trigger those invisibility towers across the map if the Archer Queen doesn't manage to hit them with her giant arrow on the way through. But this base is just absolutely crushed and went super fast. No problems whatsoever. And this is without any planning. This is not... I'm not sitting here studying these bases. I'm just jamming stuff in. The Bomb Hive is definitely a powerful defense. I like to take those on early, and I also love to get the Clan Castle early. So I came in on the Clan Castle side. Again, Archer Queen, Barbarian King, trigger their abilities right away. We do have a couple of Ice Golems, which is not fantastic because, of course, it just slows my troops down. But I used the Frost Flakes right away, and I got good value with the Frost Flakes. I got a multi-Archer tower, I got the Bomb Hive, I got the multi-gear tower, I got a Scatter Shot. Well, I don't know what other defenses it hit. Probably some stuff that already got destroyed. But we went ahead and dropped the first round of totem spells that are starting to take damage for all of those defenses. And I love a densely packed core because it gives me an opportunity. Again, this was one I could have, if I giant arrowed through here, I could have put both Earthquake spells on the spell towers, but I like to spread it out. I put one Earthquake spell right here to deal damage to all these defenses, and I put one over here to deal damage to the defenses on the other side. I'm softening them up so that my troops can move in more quickly and make their way toward the town hall. So here we are now, we're going to come in with a freeze spell, and I actually love putting a totem spell and then freezing stuff that's attacking the totem spell because it will give the totem spell a little bit more life, which will reduce the amount of damage that starts going on to my other troops. I'm going to freely freeze the long shot and the monolith here. I do have one more totem spell left over along with a freeze spell. Again, this attack is just, I'm just going to show you some of the different base layouts and styles that we ended up attacking. I think this one had a, that's the one we just hit. So I think there's one here that had a crafted station that was not anything. Yeah, this one, but same general gist. Archer Queen, King, spam, Meteor Golems, everybody across, 3 totem spells, use the Frost Flakes already, poison the town hall, or the Clan Castle, freeze on the long shot. I'm frequently using the long shot to be a freeze target, especially when she is standing near a couple of other defenses, but these attacks are just going so quickly. And for me, I'm busy and I have a lot of accounts, so I try to play on multiple accounts. But even if you don't have a lot of accounts and you're busy and you just want to be able to make some quick attacks that are going to be effective, this is one to use. I'm going to go here. We got Rage Tower, Invisibility Tower. Again, if I wanted to, I could have dropped the double Earthquake right through the core. But the thing that I wind up seeing, so I am going to do one Earthquake spell here and then one on this stuff up here. King triggered his ability already. Royal Champion, again, trigger her ability right away. Frost Flakes have gotten an Expo, Air Defense, what is that? Multi-Archer Tower, Monolith, Builder Hut, Air Defense, and a Ricochet Cannon. But that's a lot of damage that I'm already taking off so that the totems are going to be able to last a little bit longer because they're not already taking some damage. So there goes Earthquake spell in the core. It's 29% damage on all of those buildings. Also 29% damage on these buildings, which is going to allow the troops to move through the base a little bit more quickly, hammering away. core like this, where you've got stuff densely packed, so good for free spells. That's why I like to bring 3 free spells and not just a bunch of extra totem spells, because the freeze is even going to shut down your multi-target Inferno towers. It's going to shut down the multi-archer towers. Or the multi-archer towers. It's just a very, very strong army. You know what? Hey, look at that, all core defenses. Let's go and freeze that stuff again. There is just so much value that you get from free spells, so do not underestimate that. But it's just a cavalry charge. It moves so quickly across the base, taking things down. I didn't mention it before. I am approaching 20,000 subscribers, so make sure that if you are enjoying the content, subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Check out all my other content that I wind up posting, including probably my favorite thing that I do is my podcast, Inside Clash with Trample Damage. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and we will check you out on the next one.